Good afternoon. My name is Carolina Gilcapi. I'm very excited to show you this adventure through Africa. We have so much included for you and so many logistics and details. Let me show you how it works. I'm going to share my screen and we'll go through the PDF together. You'll have a copy of this as well. This trip is a private tour for 4 adults and it is for next fall, so September of 2026. Of course, we can still revise the dates, we can still tweak anything on this itinerary. This is just an example of what we can do, but of course, it's your trip, so we can revise it further. On this trip, you will go to Tanzania first, where you will go on safari. You will then fly to Victoria Falls, which lays on the connection of Zimbabwe, Zambia, and Botswana, which you will be able to visit all three. And I will discuss visas when we get to it. And then at the end, we'll go to Cape Town so you can enjoy fantastic views from the coast and food and wine and everything that Cape Town has to offer. So September 26th, you're going to take your overnight flight to Kilimanjaro. This is in Tanzania, main international airport. It's usually an overnight flight. And just a quick note, you will need a visa to Tanzania. It's an online process, takes about 48 hours, and you don't have to send your passport in or anything. So it's very easy and simple to do. We will provide you with everything you need to apply for it. And then the next day, you arrive in Kilimanjaro. Most of the flights from the United States arrive in the afternoon, if not late evening. So, what we suggest is resting that first day. So, we will pick you up, we will take you to our lodge, you will check in, enjoy, rest, maybe get some beautiful dinner, and just acclimate to arriving to Africa because the next day you start your safari. Your safari, your game drive portion of the trip is the most expensive part of the trip. So you don't want to arrive, land, and head right into a lodge where you're spending the most money of the itinerary, but you're jet lagged and exhausted. So you want to rest near Kilimanjaro in Arusha in this case, and then head out to our first park. So September 28th, you will begin your safari. The way that we enjoy game driving in Tanzania is we don't just take you to a lodge, drop you off there, and you do game drives with the lodge guides. The lodge guides are fantastic, but if you do it that way, it means having a different guide every day. This means that the guides don't know what you saw, what you didn't see, what's on your bucket list, what your experiences is. The way that we do it here at State Adventures is that throughout Tanzania, you will have your own private guide. He will pick you up in Arusha from your lodge here and head out with you to Tarangire National Park, to Gorgoro Crater, and to Serengeti. This way, he gets to know you. This way, it's a private experience. It's your truck, it's your game driving. You go at your own pace. You stop when you want to stop. You make the trip as long or as short. The guide is with you throughout the next week or so. This is a really special way to experience a safari. It's very unique. It's very curated for you. I have done it quite a few times and I just love it. Our rangers are so proud. They're all from local areas. They will tell you all about growing up in the bush and their families. So it's a really special experience. So that saying, he will pick you up this morning from your lodge and begin the journey. So you have a pop-up truck. It's a really first class vehicle, and I have pictures of it for you later with a pop-up roof. So you have amazing photography, amazing views. Anytime you want it open, it is. But when you're driving, when you're on dusty roads, then you close it because it can be quite exhausting to be in an open vehicle all the time. Open vehicles is what the lodges will have. So you can do a combination too. We will have our private game drives, but when you're at the lodge, you can have an evening or a night game drive in an open vehicle if you'd like. So on your itinerary, if you see BLD, it stands for all the meals that are included, which means pretty much everything is included because you're out in the most remote part of Africa. And then in terms of weather, we've chosen September, October. Again, let me know if you want to tweak it in any way. But This is dry season. This is peak season. This is great migration season. So not only will we be exploring by day and night, we will also be chasing the great migration to make sure you get to see these stunning views of hundreds and thousands of animals running. It is something very unique to this part of the world. You will not see it anywhere else, and is very unique to this part of the year because the migration travels all year long, but it is in this part when you are there. So Tarangine Park, we're going to start with 3 nights at Tarangine Park. It's about a 3 to 4 hour drive from Arusha, and you will go to the Sopa Lodge. The Sopa Lodge is really fun. I put a lot of my clients here, a lot of my families. It's the sweetest little rooms all around. You come to Tarangine Park for the elephants. There are thousands and thousands of elephants here, and you come here to see these massive baobab trees. It is what Tarangine is known for. Very unique, very green and forested, so very different from other places that we're going to be going. You're going to be here for 3 nights. The way that works is all of your meals are either in the lodge, or if you choose to do game driving in the morning, then come back to the lodge and have a little siesta, and then go out again with your guide in the evening, then you have your lunch at the lodge. If you choose to go out for the whole day, you can have a picnic lunch that we will enjoy al fresco, or in a little picnic area, a safe area where you can get out of the van and enjoy. The whole idea is to have a different experience every day, and your guide will give you some really good tidbits on how to make that happen. We're going to be there for 3 nights enjoying that. And then we're going to head out to Gorogoro Crater. So between Tarangine National Park and Gorogoro Crater is Lake Manyara. Lake Manyara is known for the flamingos. So what we usually do is, as we're driving, we will stop at Lake Manyara so you can have an overlook, stretch your legs, maybe go to the catwalks. There's some hanging bridges there. And then we will also stop at the Toambu village. And this village is a lot of fun because, again, an idea is to get out of the van because you're going to be in the van quite a lot in Tanzania. So we're trying to break it up. Here you're going to meet some local people. Here you're going to be able to go hiking or do a walking tour or do a tuk-tuk tour all around the village. Again, learn what it's like to live in these little villages. We sponsor a lot of the orphanages in the area. Sometimes we have equipment or maybe school desks to deliver to a local school. So we can incorporate that into your trip as well if you're interested in visiting a local village, orphanage, or a school. And then on the Gorogoro Crater, we created the itinerary around the tented camp. So the tented camp is an experience that you must have at least once on the safari. So I chose the Gorogoro Crater because the Lamana tented camp is so much fun. Is in a wonderful location on the rim of the crater. So beautiful views, beautiful breezes. It's chilly at night. And then the tents themselves are pure luxury. You're definitely not going to be roughing it by any means, but you still hear wildlife. So there's no walls, there's just netting or the canvas on the sides. So you will still hear the roar of the lion and elephants possibly walking around. So it's really, really exciting. But you have all the amenities, running water, showers, lights, all of that in your tent. And I put this photo in the tent. It's just the one that I had on hand. But of course, we will have king beds if that is what you prefer. So why do we go to Gorogoro Crater? We're going to be there for 2 nights. The first day is our traveling and arrival, and the second day is we're going to go into the crater. When I tell you I've been to Africa many times, the Gorogoro Crater is my favorite safari day. It is like another planet. All the animals kind of migrate in this hole inside, and then there are beautiful cliffs and mountains all around you, different color lagoons. There is hippos and flamingos. There is lions hunting the wildebeest, and there's zebras hanging out, and it's like a movie. It's almost unbelievable how many animals congregate inside the crater. So you're going to go with your guide into the crater with your vehicle and have an amazing game drive in there. Picnic lunch. There's safe areas where you can come out of the car and enjoy your meal and then come back to your tented camp for the night. This is another shot of the crater. And then we saved the best for last, right? The Serengeti. This is a very, very special park. This is lion country. This is those open savanna fields. This is just an amazing, most famous, and most visited park in Tanzania. It kind of creeps into Kenya. That on the Kenya side, it's called Masai Mara, but on the Tanzania side, it's called the Serengeti. It's the largest park you're going to be visiting. So we're going to drive there. So a lot of safaris will use flights. It is so unnecessary to fly. And it is such a nice experience to drive because you will pass villages. You will see kids running along the van trying to give you a high five. You will go to Cradle of Humanity on the way, which is a super interesting place. One of the oldest skulls have been found here. And then you will go to Maasai villages. So you get to meet the warriors. You get to see the way they live. You go inside, sit around their fire, hear their stories. It's a really wonderful and very interesting experience because they are such a unique people who live very much the same as they've always lived. The women build the shelters, take care of the children, and the men are hunters and gatherers and shepherds. So you get to learn all about them. And then you arrive to Serengeti. And so I have included the most beautiful lodge at the end. It's the Explorer. It's by Elawana. It just opened, I want to say in October of last year. So it hasn't even been open for a year. It is spectacular. I actually had a whole family take over this whole lodge on the week that they opened, and it was just an amazing experience. Elawana is known for service, and in general, South Africa is known for service. So they will absolutely spoil you here. So you're going to be here for 3 nights. Again, your guide stays with you. He already has seen what you have seen, so he knows what is on the list. Maybe a white rhino, maybe a whole family of lions. So you will go out again and explore the National Park of Serengeti with him while there. And this is a picture of the pop-up, one of our pop-up trucks. So as you see, super luxurious, super comfortable. Everyone has a window, so there will be 4 of you in the back, and the pop-up roof, so you can do photography and you can have the breeze and you can have a fantastic view whenever you see wildlife that you would like to see. And then after 3 nights in the Serengeti, finally we do our first flight. So it's a very short flight from the Serenera airstrip back to Kilimanjaro. Of course, we could drive back, but why drive if we've already done it? The whole idea is to arrive and rest because your flight to Victoria Falls is at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I will have you sleep near the airport at the Planet Airport Lodge, just a comfortable, nice 4-star hotel, just a place for you to relax, shower, refresh after your last safari that morning. And then at 1 in the morning, we'll take you to the airport to fly to Zimbabwe. There is a note here that I want to mention. Because we are flying this flight, it means that we will have luggage restrictions to, I believe, 40 pounds. So let's discuss that. If you think 40 pounds is not enough, then we can either add extra luggage on this flight here and not worry about anything, or do the drive instead. But I think adding the luggage will be the best idea here. I'm just thinking out loud. So then from Kilimanjaro, we're flying at 1 in the morning to Victoria Falls, which is the airport in Zimbabwe. So you will be in the next 3 nights, you will be visiting Zimbabwe, Zambia, and Botswana. These countries work together when it comes to a visa. So you will get one visa for all 3, and it will include arrival. So it's very easy. It's a no-brainer. I've just taken a group of 30 and we guided them through all 3 countries, and it was a breeze to go through the borders with your multi-entry visa. So we arrive and we go to our hotel, which is the Palm River Hotel. This is, again, very fresh, very new hotel. And I say that because I've inspected a lot of hotels and not a lot of them look like this. This is a great place right on the river. So you're seeing hippos, you're seeing crocodiles, you're seeing all sorts of bird life right outside of your hotel. So I like coming here. You've taken a 1 a.m. flight, you're exhausted. We're going to do check-in, we're going to rest for the night. And then around 5:30, we're going to pick you up and take you down the Zambezi River on a dinner cruise. This is a spectacular event. The sunsets here on the Zambezi are some of the best in the world. And of course, more elephant activity, more hippo activity. So it's a lot of fun to eat on the river. And then for the next 2 days, we're exploring. We're gonna go see the Victoria Falls from the Zimbabwe side and the Zambia side. We're gonna go to the Devil's Pool, which is on the Zambia side. It's a nice hike. Then you get in the water up to your thighs, and then you reach this pool. And then there are workers here that will make sure you're safe and protected. And then you have a beautiful lunch on the Lookout Cafe, which overlooks this whole area. So it's a really spectacular day. And then the next day, we're going to cross into Botswana on Chobe. And Chobe is a really beautiful park. It is the only place you're going to be doing game driving by boat. So for sure, in like an open Jeep, and then you're in a boat. So it's very different from everything else you have done on this trip, and that is why I included it. Again, elephants are huge here, but this is kind of like a desert area. It's very a lot of sand and like sand dunes. So you will see cheetahs running in the sand dunes. It's quite interesting to see that as well, and have lunch there in Botswana and then come back to your beautiful river hotel. And our last stop, Cape Town. From Victoria Falls, there are nonstop flights to Cape Town. All of these flights will be published in the next few weeks, and then we will be able to really establish the exact times. And so if we need to shift it to make the flights fit, we will certainly do that. So Victoria Falls to Cape Town, nonstop flight, we arrive, and I need you to stay on the waterfront. Why? The best views, the best access on foot to so many restaurants and activity, and just a really great place to enjoy. You will have been in a car for many days in Tanzania. You will be on the river and in remote places in Zimbabwe. So I want you to be able to walk around in Cape Town. Cape Town is a spectacular city. I have clients stay here for 7 days and they feel like they haven't enough. So we will be here for quite a few days so you can explore. The first day is our arrival. I'll leave you to it. We'll pick you up, take you to the hotel, beautiful Queen Victoria, and then you can explore the waterfront. The second day, we're going to focus on all the beautiful wine that South Africa is known for. We're going to go to Stellenbosch. We're going to have a beautiful lunch. We're going to do tastings. We're going to be touring, and we're going to get on e-bikes and tour Stellenbosch that way as well. It's a lot of fun to do it that way. And then the following day, we're focused on Cape Town itself. So we'll go to Table Mountain, we'll go to Bokop, we'll be able to hike Table Mountain if you'd like. So you can hike some and then do the gondola down. So let me know how you feel about that. Bokop is a very colorful combination of various different African cultures that have collided here. So lots of flavor, lots of spices. We'll do a little cooking tour here. We'll have lunch here, just so you get a good sense of all the different flavors that South Africa is known for. And then the last day, we'll focus on Cape Point. So Cape Town is on the southernmost point of Africa. So we will go all the way down to the bottom. Boulders Beach is here. Boulders Beach with the penguins is here, and you can kayak here and see some really spectacular views around Cape Point. So this will really wrap up the trip. So you've gone from safari to Victoria Falls and the lushness, and then ending on this beautiful city of Cape Town. I'm going to stop here because it's quite a lot of details, but I wanted you to really understand how everything works. I'll share this with you. Let me know your thoughts. We're here to help. Happy travels.